Hey guys, David GammaEdge here coming at you with a post-market recap for June 4th, 2025. Goal here is cover this under 5 minutes. So as you can see, we have current day action up on the screen right now. Very choppy day. 6,000 was the obvious target to the upside today. 59.90 was a key level as well. We identified intraday as the first hurdle needing to get above. Obviously, we're not able to do that and then just kind of finish right in our transition zone. So let's get into a pre-market prep, how we got those levels, and then how it played out intraday. Yeah, so just doing the quick rounds real quick, SPX A full complex, call dominate above the spot price, good look there. Looking at SPX P full complex, above or call dominate above the spot price will look good there as well. Thing to note here, that transition zone on the full complex was 59.50 down to 59.05, so 59.50, kind of a key broader macro level that we want to be aware of. We want SPX to stay above that. Next, looking at our market trend model coming into the session. What is today? Today's Wednesday, so Tuesday. So Monday afternoon, we saw a nice ramp into the close. Tuesday, a nice strong continuation day higher, filtered tick, linear tick buying all day. Good to see. So, from a, overall kind of swing trading point of view, market was looking constructive. We really just want to see we wanted to see a continuation of this kind of posturing higher within the cumulative tick and the short-term moving average ribbons. Next, getting at SPX 0DT structure specifically, key zones and levels for you highlighted here. First off, our DEX transition was 59.65, 59.45. So what that means is the first key level for the bulls to maintain is 59.65, jump inside the range, 59.75 down to 5,900. So again, what that means, there's a pretty big vacuum between 59.75, 5,900. Those are kind of your key levels. All that to say, within this zone right here, expecting a lot of choppy price action. The reason for this is, just a distribution of open interest throughout the change and how speculators are positioned. There's kind of limited influence within this air pocket, right? And so, if we go back and replay today, that's exactly what we had. We just had chop within this zone right here. The other key levels we noted on the session was 59.90 as being the first target to the upside we needed to get above. If we were not able to get above 59.90 in multiple attempts, that likely kind of put a lid on the day. Then the ultimate target, if we were to get above 59.90, was 6,000. Right, and just highlighting exactly what we said there, watch for a failure to move above 5,900, multiple tests from below, and then subsequent rejections. I mean, that's basically what we got today. And so, right, going back to this again, initial push from 59.80 to where we opened, multiple rejections off 59.90. We're never able to get above that to take over 6,000. And so, right, then we have our transition zone, 59.65, 59.75, top of DEX, top of drunken sailor range. I mean, it's really just kind of a big choppy day today. Then ending with our volume tool, this pretty much said the same as well. By this, we mean, again, if you're not familiar with this, it's just simply just looking at the behavior of call speculation and put speculation in the SPX 0DT complex. We understand the distribution and aggregate volume over specific time slices, 5-minute intervals throughout the session. Find the center point of those distributions and plot them so we can understand, again, the behavior of the masses above spot price and below spot price. Right, it puts into context characterization of spot price for the day, and then we can kind of understand, project out where the price of path may be, all else equal, based off the behavior that we've seen from the open to a specific point in time throughout the session, again on 5-minute intervals. And so today, the broad theme is on the call. The call side, we saw no speculation higher. Really, that's what we needed to see if we wanted to see, 59.90, 6,000 overtaken. If anything, it was sideways to lower throughout the session. Put Centroid was sideways to higher on the sessions. That is just a classic choppy price action character right there. And so again, right, just showing the utility of the tool. This is at 125. Again, we can just see, the character of price action to date. The character of speculation was very choppy, assuming all else equal, projecting those distribution points through the close to again converge and be very choppy. That's exactly what we got. Right, and just ending it, looking at the GIF, we can see, throughout the session, I mean, it's just very, very choppy price action. Call speculation was never ramping higher. We got bits and spurts here and there, but for the most part, it was lower on the session. So, while we started coming into the day thinking 6,000 was a real possibility, just never worked out. And so, right, where do we go from here? As of right now, the market trend model is looking strong. However, keep in mind we've had a nice kind of 2.5-day move, which on a short-term basis, we kind of get those 3 to 5 day spurts out of a kind of short-term momentum. So we're kind of starting to get into that point where, could be getting a bit long in the tooth, and, some kind of consolidation pullback is warranted. You want to keep in mind that everyone's gunning for 6,000 right now. So just come tomorrow, see if that positioning is still strong up there. And right, that's where we're going to leverage our transition zone as well. Are we able to maintain those transition zones, or do we start trading into and below those? So again, right, very, very simple process, just understanding broad momentum in the broad momentum in the market, and then just understanding kind of where those key levels are at, speculation, what that's doing on an intraday basis. So with that, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.